the sound beneath the silence.
In every age, there comes a moment where the world shifts, but not all hear it. Only those who are already broken are listening.
Visual opening charred plains, a dead monorail half submerged in cracked obsidian. The air shimmers from radiation heat. In the distance, a crooked tower bleeding blue smoke into a burnt sky. A low, inhuman thunder rips across the horizon, not natural. It doesn't roll like weather. It shakes the marrow. It's not just heard, it's felt in the soul. Scene 1. Luma, the pulse of the forgotten. Beneath the canopy of glowing trees in the southern fringe of the forgotten city, Luma is tending to a dying creature, half animal, half moss. As she closes its eyes, a single vine curls around her wrist like a goodbye. Suddenly she stops. The air grows still. The thunder hits. Her breath catches in her chest. She doesn't cry out. She listens. Luma, softly.
It's not a storm.
The ground pulses once. Beneath her feet, the roots tremble. All around her, the bioluminescent plants begin to hum, reacting to something far beyond her. She gathers her satchel, presses her hand to the nearest tree, and feels a single word form in the bark.
North.
Scene 2. Kyle among the dead steel. In the wastelands beyond the ruins of the Ember Vaults, Kyle is digging through the remains of a toppled mech sentinel, salvaging old-world wiring. His fingers are burned, but his focus is precise. Then, the thunder. Not around him. Inside him. His eyes snap open. He's been here before. Not in memory, in something deeper. The mech's lifeless eyes flicker. Kyle sees a blinking display. Echo wave detected. Primary pathway unlocked. And then a voice. Not echoes, but a child's. Whispers inside his helmet.
You promised to protect us.
Kyle turns, scanning the empty sands. There is no one. But he grabs his blade, pulls on his pack, and begins walking. Not south, not east. He walks toward the thunder. Scene 3. Vielle through the riftlight. In the heart of the riftlands, Vielle meditates among floating stones. Her body phases between dimensions, a shimmering blur of limbs and scars. She breathes in patterns, not for peace but for anchoring. She opens her eyes. The sky bends. Color folds like cloth. The thunder splits the dimension, and the rift responds. She stumbles. Blood drips from her nose. The air around her crackles, and 1,000 voices scream through her ears. But one voice rises above the rest. Her own. Vielle, a whisper to herself.
It's starting again.
She closes her hand around a metal shard embedded in her chest, an artifact from a war she never remembers signing up for. The shard is glowing, and far above her, where the rift tears open, she sees a shape in the sky. Not a star, not a ship. Something. Watching. Closing echo transmission. Echo.
They do not know one another, not yet, but they are listening, and the world listens through them. The thunder is not the storm. The thunder is the warning of what walks in its shadow.